This segment, though, is the fastest segment on television. It is our hashtag rapid fire round, and we reserve this segment each evening. Zip through as many trending topics as we possibly can with our expert guest. And tonight, that expert guest is the biggest Star Wars fan I've ever known. That's Dan Joseph of MRCTV.com. Dan, welcome back to America.
My lightsaber. Come on, guys. Gina, I'm so sorry it's so hot in the studio there. And has Donald Trump sent you any water?
No, but we need it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Dan, before we get to the stories, I want to watch a little clip of your latest very viral videos. You are everywhere. Here you go.
Cool.
I'm Dan Joseph with MRC TV, and today I'm joined by U.S. Senator and presidential candidate Bernie Sanders, who comes to us.
Who is this Bernie Sanders?
You are, Senator. You're Bernie Sanders.
Okay.
Now.
I'm not the brightest guy in the world.
Should Americans support your campaign
I
or
want
not?
to watch the whole thing.
No.
Oh, I can't. My producer says I can't. All right.
Okay. They go to my YouTube page, Dan Joseph 78, and see the whole thing. I'm very proud of it. The Bernie Sanders people are furious at me. I tweeted out it on the hashtag Feel the Burn. They're like, oh, these conservatives are always taking things out of context. Well, that's the point. That's what makes it funny, you geniuses.
Oh my goodness!
So,
out of context, they really use the words. That is like playing right into your hands, I think, pretty much.
Yeah, you got to give it to Bernie, though. At least he's honest.
There you go. All right. Yes, exactly. Calling himself a socialist like Obama and Hillary won't.
That's right.
Yeah. All right.
Exactly.
First story. Tom Brady trending today, not because of Deflategate, but because of the way he treated his practice squad. It's been reported that Dolphins quarterback Ryan Tannehill mocked his practice squad when they intercepted his passes. So Dante Stallworth tweeted about how Tom Brady acted when his practice squad players picked off one of his passes. And Dan, Brady's a lot classier in this situation, isn't he?
Yeah, he totally is. First of all, let me say this. I'm a New York Jets fan. I know how sad that is, especially being in a division with Tom Brady and with the New England Patriots, who are dominant, who are an amazing franchise. Let me say this. First of all, yes, Tom Brady, this is one of the reasons why he's so good, because he it's like a swear jar. Every time one of his players picks off his passes, he gives them a little bit of cash. We don't know how much it is, right? But I mean, it's probably a significant sum given how much Brady has. If the Jets tried to do that with one of their quarterbacks, that quarterback would be broke in about an hour, I'm guessing.
All right. We got to move on over to college football now. Auburn's wide receiver, Duke Williams, is trending today. But not because he did anything very classy. He actually got a little rowdy after the team's win over San Jose State on Saturday, and now he's off the team. And I mean, I know it's Auburn and all, so like, who really cares? But tell us what went down, and by the way, Roll Tide. Go ahead.
My understanding is that he punched 4 guys in the face. Correct me if I'm wrong, but was at a bar of some sort, and he was, I mean, look.
It's Auburn.
What's
of course
that?
It was at a bar. It's Auburn. Go ahead.
Right. Well, I don't know much about college football. I don't know much about Auburn in general. I'm not, I went to a small school. The best part of our sports program was our water skiing team, because we were in Florida. But let me just say this. These students, it's so sad to see when these students who have such a promising future as athletes, do this kind of stuff, because it's just stupid. It's idiocy. And when you do it, you have a black mark on your record for the rest of your time. And if you want a pro career, this is one of those things that's going to follow you for a while. And that's.
But then again, Dan, it's Auburn.
Okay, you know what? If you say so, I'm not going to make any judgment on that. Maybe he was right. Maybe he did the right thing in this situation. So
I'm just a huge Alabama fan, and they're rivals.
Okay,
so that's the picture that I'm painting for you. All right,
Alabama all the way.
Kishia Knight. Pulliam is trending today, whoever that is. We all remember her, or we don't actually, as Rudy on The Cosby Show. And she said in an interview, I will get this out, you can't take back The Cosby Show's legacy, but Bill Cosby still trying really hard to do that, isn't he? Taking back that whole Cosby legacy.
He really is. I mean, it's so sad, because I remember, I was a kid, but I remember that Bill Cosby was the biggest star in America for a long time. He was the highest paid television personality.
America's dad, yeah.
And he was the most likable person in the world.
Yeah.
But we forget that these people, their personas when they're acting aren't their personas in real life. Remember Robin Williams? Who would have thought that Robin Williams was going to commit suicide because of depression? He was the funniest guy ever. So yes, Bill Cosby has not only ruined his persona, but unfortunately for everybody else in that show, he's tarnished the legacy of the show, and a show which I love, actually. But how are you going to watch it in reruns now without thinking to yourself, oh my God? I'm watching a guy who's giving
That's it.
girls roofies. I don't know how you can do it.
That's it, Dan. And you know, it's probably your fault because racism. I'm just figuring.
That's
All
right. No, yeah, it is probably my fault because of racism.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Probably,
Just
yeah,
ask
no,
Bernie
I'm
Sanders.
sure that'll be trending on the internet pretty soon.
Exactly. All right, Randy Quaid trending today. He was arrested in Canada, and he looks like a mountain man. What's going on there?
He looks like Walt from Breaking Bad when he goes into the woods. I don't know if you're familiar with the show, but your viewers might be. He goes into the woods because he's hiding from the police, and he grows this big beard, and he lives in maybe he's hiding from agents who want to cast him in a lot of movies or something. But the thing that really struck me about this was Canada's immigration policies are kind of hardcore, and maybe that's something that we need to do in America. He's been deported. He was denied a visa. He was, or maybe they just don't like Randy Quaid. I can kind of understand that, but yeah, it's bizarre, and he's done some bizarre things in the past. So I think that the fact that he looks like this, it's really not much of a surprise to me.
Yeah, and he kind of looks like my producer. He kind of looks like my producer Jason too, who just can't seem to remember to shave anymore. Dan, we're out of time, but I have to thank you for being with us. Don't forget, go find his work. It is so funny. MRCTV.org. And up next, we're going to go to your